Hey, so I just wanted to quickly, well, not so quickly, this will be probably a long video, so be aware of that. But I just wanted to share with you a sheet which made my life a little bit easier when it comes to tracking how my initial investment and the daily performance is going when it comes to the move to earn movement with the STEPN application. And since the STEPN is only in public beta, they don't really have any extensive features to see what trades have you done when it comes to like sneakers or exchanging the coins for GST, GMT, USDC, BNB, Solana, and you actually have to keep the track for yourself. And it's kind of pain in the ass if you should do it like manually and search for it retrospectively. So from my kind of laziness, I just came up with this solution where I put everything into like one sheet, and I just have to manually input some values for that each given day, and it will then cache the prices from APIs and give me a good overview like where I stand in terms of profits, and also how my initial investment is going and what's the market looking like today. So where to start? And apologies, but I will probably like jump from tab to tab, and if this will be a bit chaotic, just hang it with me or just quit. I don't know, up to you. But anyway, if you start, Jesus cringe. If you start from the beginning, you will just make a copy. Google script or Google application will basically show you a warning that hey, there's something maybe ugly going on in the background, because this file has this sheet file which we'll be copying has some scripts in it, and those scripts can be potentially malicious. So there's this warning, but don't worry, nothing malicious there. I'll show the scripts right now. So let's say we copied it, and the first thing which we have to do is actually go to app scripts to actually configure the APIs. I will come to those scripts in a minute and try to explain like what each script does, and also how to set it up in a way. So the only thing which you need to do in the code is actually paste your API key, because I'm using this CoinMarketCap API service. I was using CoinGecko, but it just wasn't good for Google Sheets. Too many people were using it at the same time. It just didn't update those prices. So CoinMarketCap API is much better. All we need to do is just go to the site, coinmarketcap.com, register a free account, and then somewhere in the account overview, you have this API key. You will just take your API key and paste it into here. This is mandatory. You need to do this. It won't work otherwise. I won't share with you my API key. Second one is optional. This is for date format. So I use date, month, year, and I use day, month, year, and hours, minutes, seconds for the purposes when I need also like track this hours, minutes, and seconds. You can change this to months and days or like whatever. Just make sure it's like not such a crazy format, and it's actually time format. And when you're done with it, you can save it. That's everything you need to do in the actual scripts. And additionally, what you need to do is set up triggers, and that's for the purpose so that you don't have to actually run those scripts manually each time, because you want to have it automated. You want to have the prices being automated every day. So as you can see, all those values here, those aren't like pasted by me manually. Those are being done by the script, and the script needs to be triggered by something. So we'll just set up those triggers right now. The first trigger is for the coin price. What this does is basically catch the current GST, GMT, and Solana BNB price, show some 20-hour change, 7 change, and last update. So you will go coin price, you select source time driven, and you will go day driven. Don't go for hour driven, because we are on a free API plan, so you don't want to update this more than once or twice per day. But I got like day driven, and my personal preference is 11 p.m. to midnight, because I want to get the end of the day price, basically the day close, if you will. You will just go save, and that's it. Maybe, actually, one thing which I forgot to mention, when you will be adding those triggers, maybe there will be a warning shown that, hey, you are trying to use the script from the unknown developer. Just make sure you go to advanced and, just try to go like further or like continue or something. because Google will show a warning because I'm not a trusted developer. Just heads up for that. Yeah, but anyways, that's the first coin price. And when you go to the script, as I said, I will just briefly touch on the back end of this whole thing so you know what's going on actually. What's going on here? Why it doesn't work? Okay. So this is the function which we set up the trigger for, and this whole function basically just puts the current prices here, straightforward. Then the second function, update row, which we are calling inside of this first function, which means that when this will trigger, this will also trigger at the end. And this is a update function, which puts the current value, so meaning the value which is here at the date of the triggering, and it takes the value and copies it over to this. So just for the sake of showing it to you right now, I will delete those values from the current day. And by the way, the current day is always highlighted in purple. So this is updated each day automatically. So okay, I will just run this script manually, but you won't do this manually because for that we set up the trigger, but just for sake of showing this. I started it, okay, and there we go. It inputted the current price based on the prices in here. And as you can see, last updated today, 18:57. If you check the current time right now, it's, beautiful. There we go. So that's the current date. So yeah, that works. And the second script, which is the hide row script, that's basically a laziness script. You want to set it up the same way. So hide row, you will go time during, but you will go a week timer. I will explain why. My preference again is every Sunday, but you can choose every day which suits you. And I go again 11 p.m. to midnight. I hit save, but I won't do it because I already have it in here. So what this does, I will again go to the script and I will run it for you right now. It's a script for this tracking tab, and it takes the current day, so 9th of March, and subtracts 7 days in the past, and it will hide everything else besides like these values. So let me show you. Run. Boom. So you can see, because I'm lazy and I don't want to like scroll down, to oblivion, I just made a script to every week, hide those additional rows. Okay, so that's everything from scripts, and basically as this add date script, it works in this main dashboard and trades/transfer step. And what it does, if you input any value into those gray fields, by the way, what I've done. By the way, grayed out fields are fields for your inputs. You should not put any input in the white fields. That's also a comment here. Do not fill values here. Do not fill values here. That's meaning for the whole, column? This is a column, right? And this is a row. Hopefully, yes. So if I just right now, I will skip ahead and I will put a value here. As you can see, it automatically added a date based on this edit script. And the same thing is here. I added some kind of value here and I have the current date. Yeah. So I will delete this one. And that's everything from scripts. You can close this one. So let's say you are starting, okay? How should I use this? How is everything glued together? How does it work? So when you start out, you should fill out your initial investment. You can, it's optional. I mean, up to you. But let's say we started in Solana. We bought 20 Solana and we bought it today. And as you can see, if I filled out those two fields, which are grayed out, it automatically converted it to USD based on it took this date. It looked into this tracking tracking tab. So this is the current day and it took the Solana price. Wow, what the fuck? It's already 66. Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, we are going down. We're going a little bit down these days. Anyway, so it took this date, took the Solana price and multiplied the current day Solana price with the Solana you purchased. So that's like this 132, 1,332. Hopefully, yes. Shit. Okay, and the same is for BNB. So let's say I have 50 BNB. You put like current date here, and it transfers the values, and it also like outputs it into the balance. And by the way, so I don't have to like fill the values into here manually, because in this date field there needs to be a valid date. I'll actually put a data validation in here for you. So it has to be a valid date. Okay, so reject the input. So if I put like 555, there was a problem. So you need to insert a valid date, otherwise it won't work. So yeah, and what I want to say is like, so I don't have to like fill this like this, manually. You can actually utilize this control plus semicolon. So if you type this or if you press it on the keyboard, it will automatically put the current date here. Pretty sweet. Okay, so we have this one, and let's say for 20 Solana you can purchase 2 sneakers. So let's just mark it down. You purchase sneaker ID 0. It was a Walker. It costed 10 Solana, and the same principle is applied here. It takes the current Solana price based on the tracking tab and on the date, which is here, and multiplies that price by the amount of Solana. Okay, you purchase another sneaker, ID 1. There's a jogger, again it's 10. Same principle, it loaded, and here in this above row you have the summaries. Alright, now the question which you may be asking, like, but wait, I have some values here and it's buying. So basically this value should be also subtracted from this value, right? And I think no, because my understanding is that don't just look at this unrealized, just don't look at it right now. But let's just go onto realize and balance. So my understanding is that it should be only dividing or adding or like working with any values when it's actually converted into USDC. So, and that's being done only in the external wallet. So I was thinking about how should I configure this one, and I decided to not include any of those values from here because that didn't make sense. It would actually just complicate things. I just take everything which is in here in those fields as like internal, which you are doing inside the STEPN application. So it does not interfere with like these columns. Only thing which interferes, or only value which is being kind of tracked is like the unrealized, and that's from this tracking sheet, but we'll get to that soon. So basically, yeah, you have like 2 joggers, you have 2 sneakers, you have everything noted. Now you want to go and do some tracking with it. Now I will delete this one just for the sake of showing how it works. So you have like this one sheet in here. The important thing which I want to stress out, be aware of this 8th row, because in this 8th row there's like this formula is actually highlighted in red. If you modify or delete this, the calculations which are done in these columns won't be available anymore because the formula won't be functioning properly. So for that purpose, actually hit that row. Okay, let's say you are going to use the application. Jesus, what the fuck is the dog barking outside? You will use this application and you earned 20 GST today. You spent 10 GST on repairs, and there you have your summary is 10 GST, which is actually $39 as of today, because it takes this 10 GST and multiplies it by the current price. So that's like $39, and that is also then shown in this summary for this whole sneaker. So you have earned a total of 39 USD and total of 10 GST for this one sneaker. Let's say if you have done yesterday a run, you have earned 10 GST, 5 for repairs. As you can see, it's like the summary for GST is 15 and the summary for USD is 63, and the calculation for the USD or the conversion is then done based on this date. So on this value of GST right here. So 480 multiplied by 5 is like 24. Okay, and same thing, actually And this is like, you can put your levels here if you want to. That's like, you know, up to you if you want to keep a track of that. And also like when it comes to upgrades, you will go like, you know, I spent 50 GMT for upgrading, so it automatically will convert in here as a minus, as a cost, as you can see. And yeah, we have 0 here, and we have 0 here because there is no value of those coin prices. So if I put it into here, as you can see, it's actually being converted because the price is here. So yeah, that's about this. Another kind of feature that you will have a number of active sneakers. Why 2? Because you have 2 sneakers purchased. If I would sell one, I have just 1 active in my kind of inventory. Now it does not account for like selling. Like if you are already selling a sneaker, you should actually mark it as selling, because then if you're selling a sneaker, you won't have energy from that sneaker. Like if you have 3 sneakers and you have 4 energy, and you decide you will put one sneaker into a marketplace, it will actually kind of temporarily subtract that, and you will only have 2 energies instead of 4, even though you still own that sneaker, but you are selling it. And also like minting does like +1. So when you mint one, it means like you own another sneaker, so it's like +2. So it's 1 right now and should be 2. Cool. Okay, so that's for tracking. This is for main dashboard. I think we covered everything properly here. And trades and transfers. So this is maybe the only tab where you actually need to put everything manually. I did it like this because I think it's much more easier to actually rely on what you see on the screen and just like transfer or copy or rewrite the values than just to rely on some tracking, because right now you are actually, you know, realizing your gains. So I think you want to have a better kind of numbers there, or more reliable numbers, if you will, based on that hour, based on that minute or a second, because the prices here are just being caged once per day. So just like for a reference. Okay, so what I want to say, yeah, let's say you saw the sneaker ID 0, Walker. It highlighted this kind of row because we are selling it. So let's say you sold it for 15 Solana, which is shit. It's only, wow, Solana is so down. Jesus, wow. So it's only 1K, and this is only a reference. So if you would sell 15 Solana, which you still own at this moment, but if you would sell right now, you had 1K, but you still own it, so it's not realized. So you need to actually go into your trade and transfers. This is basically, in other words, your external wallet, and you will go, I had 15 Solana, but I subtracted it, and I got 1K out of that, which is like realized, and I spent, I know, 1.1 GST for transferring that to my external wallet. And actually those prices, so let's say I have 15 GST here, and if I put like 50 here, it will calculate these together. So this should be like, these are connected and synced. If I put like minus 50 here, you can see it just works this way, and it's the same for GST, GMT. Yeah, and the data is being put into here automatically when you insert the value here. So yeah. Okay, and yeah, basically that's it. I think I haven't forgotten anything. Should be it. So yeah, hopefully it was clear. Hopefully it wasn't too much of a chaos. And yeah, best of luck with your earnings. May use this tool, which I made, help you a bit. Oh, one more thing, sorry. We have 2 sneakers actually. All you kind of need to do is just like copy this one sneaker and paste it into here, and you can, you know, put the values for the second sneaker. So this was the sneaker number 1. Let's say I earned 5 GST, and this 5 GST for the sneaker, 15 GST for this sneaker number 0, sneaker number 1, and together I have like 20 GST. or 78 USD. Okay, this is this and this. Just let me quickly think about like why is this 78? Oh yeah, because it takes this 78 GST is calculated based on this GST here, so yeah, it's all good. Hopefully. Okay, see you soon. And if you want, leave me a follow on Twitter. I would appreciate it, even though